Hello everyone, Granite Roots. Tonight I'm roaming Thursday night with Moss Guild, and I'm trying something totally new, which is Vindicator Healer, right? Good luck with that. This is my first time absolutely using it, and this is really a video as a shout out to my awesome guildmates that really they totally carried me. I mean, how sad is that your supporters get carried by your group, but they are awesome peeps nonetheless, letting me practice this and trying to help. So have fun, enjoy, and watch me fumble through this. Anybody watching this has any tips or advice? Any is helpful. I mean, I kind of figured out near the end, but I'd really rather have advice from the pros. So yeah, I'm just learning this. I'm running Vindicator with the Duo and Ventari. And I think as much as I love the idea of the Ventari shield on the tablet, it drains way too much, and I mean it has uses, but I need to time it better. The other thing I need to do more of is dodge, because you get a buff on that, and you get some barrier and healing. So those are some obvious ones, but watch as I bumble about, don't stay on stack, and just get totally lost. Here I get one shot, and I have no idea. I'm watching my bar right now, what happens, and suddenly Shazam, I'm just down before I realize it. I went down pretty quick. Not as quick as it seemed, because I guess I just didn't notice it during, because I'm trying to focus on, geez, what skills should I use? I'm very unfamiliar with the scepter on this, what the best heal skills are. So my fault for not getting practice in sooner, which I usually like to do, but I thought I'd try this out. So again, I can't thank my guildies enough for covering me when I do this. So all these victories we get, I really didn't have much to contribute to, other than maybe being a meat shield or a distracting target. So it was a successful night. You know, as always, the guildies are awesome, but they're even more awesome because, like I said, how often does a guild carry their supports? Usually supports are more the backbone, as the other way around. Here we're in North Camp. This group had a lot of supports in their core, so it took us a while to drop them down. So this was just a pretty drawn out fight, but we're going to kind of chase them around, ring around the rosy here. I'm still trying to get shield in, and Reflect does have some useful stuff. I'm keeping all their stuff away from us. I try to put it between us and our peeps, try to even put it on top of them. Using dodge a little bit more. Get out of the bubble. And here we are, just bunched up. And if you play this right, I mean, it's got a lot of potential. I'm there now. I'm trying to use the Urn of St. Victor. Starting to learn the scepter, kind of. But I still need a lot of work. And I know this isn't one of the best ones because it doesn't really have much in the way of stability. Condi Cleanse is pretty good, which is where also you get your heals. What I really like about it is, for this specific build, is it has, again, you have, if you want a semi-perma renewable shield with the tablet, but that's all you're good for, so you're kind of just really wasting your energy if you're doing that. That's what I did a lot of. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed in my performance, but this is how I learned. So watching through this now and talking with you with this voiceover, I'm kind of seeing some better ways that I could do things. So I might run this build again. I think it needs more practice. I might just try to run it in the pug group in EBG or something, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get the hang of it. I kind of did towards the end, but you're going to see in a couple clips I swapped to Guardian just because, as much as I really appreciate my allies, and because I really appreciate my allies, I swapped to a Guardian just because this other group was using a lot of Mobs and CC. So here's really, I mean, how bad is this? I'm coming in trying to come to the rescue, and they don't even need me. Look at this, they've already got them cleared before I get there. Nice job, guys. And really, red broke open kind of like a wet paper bag, so these guys totally just annihilated them. Good job. Right here we're going to just drop down, and I kind of have a little bit better use of my skills and what they need to be, and swapping a little bit better. I did better with doing more Condi cleanses. Now I've got the Reflect up, and course you see all these downs. And still the roaming DPS in me loves to be where the action's at. Okay, now I'd swap to Guardian. You can see this goes a little bit differently for me. I'm more comfortable here. Obviously using a lot of stability, stun breaks, Condi cleanse, heals, might, you know the drill. You know, I really like running Spear with Guardian as opposed to like a shield and offhand axe or mace, just because you get more buffs and Condi cleanse and heals with a Spear than you do with the other two combined. So if you haven't tried Spear, I recommend giving it a whirl. See if you like it. The other thing is you can zip around a little bit with Spear too. That also gives you resolution. Spear 4 I believe is a Condi cleanse and AoE. Spear 3 gives you might. And you get 2 counters on Spear 2, so it's like 12 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds of resolution. That's awesome. I also like running Hallowed Ground for when we're in these bits where we're just kind of standing and grinding. Kind of just keeps pulsing that, and that's really useful. It's nice to be helpful and useful. So here it's funny, we're going to run in, we're going to get mixed up on our calls. We're standing right face blocking these guys. Yeah, we lived to tell the tale. That was awesome. We had one of our peeps that was kind of getting picked and going down, so we're going to res them and bring them back. There she is. We're going to get her back. Nice clutch res. And now we're going to jump down to the inside of the Lord's room and push up on them through the stairs. Geronimo, here we go, coming up. We're going to push left. I'm going to drop some stability right there because I know we're grinding. Again, I like to use that Hallowed Ground for that. And I just threw some more. Look at that, 17 stacks of stability because I threw my stand your ground on top of that. But I still have my elite, which gives a little bit. But I think I should have held off on stand your ground a bit. I think I was just mashing keys at that point, if I'm totally honest. I'd like to say I had a plan for that, other than I just didn't space it well enough. I admit this is not my finest night, but you know what? Off nights help you appreciate the better ones that much more, and you learn more from when you make mistakes. Again, I gotta thank my guildies for that. Well, you guys finally got to see me at my worst. Not that I haven't had other bad nights, but this certainly wasn't one that's good. But again, it's good learning. That's why I kind of like doing these videos. I can learn these things. Thank you for watching, and of course, advice and tips are always welcome in the comments. This was intended to be more of a help to others when they watch and learn things, but you know what? I also learn things as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a most excellent day.